Hello Cabbage fans, clearly you have nothing better to do once again as you're watching another one of my videos this very fine Wednesday evening. Laura, I feel very sorry for you. I have not had to do any exams at all this year because I took this year off school, but I'm really not looking forward to going back to school next year and having to go through exams and all of that stress and preparation. And it just seems to me that you get so worked up and so stressed for exams and so much emphasis is put on how important they are, and then as soon as you sort of spend 6 months out there in the real world and you're talking to people and you're working and doing your thing, you sort of realise how pointless all of that was. I mean, your life turns out fine whether or not you go badly in an exam. It's not the end of the world, but at the time it is just the most excruciatingly painful procedure you ever have to go through, and I do not envy you one little bit. Tom, I really liked your video this week. I did go and watch Ian McKellen doing Iago on YouTube, and it was quite amazing. I'm a big Shakespeare fan. When we studied Shakespeare in school last year, I did a piece from All's Well That Ends Well, and I really love reading Shakespeare and performing Shakespeare and even just studying it. And I don't often like studying poetry, but Shakespeare's a little bit different. And Ian McKellen's voice is just amazing. He could probably nearly do anything. He's fantastic for epics, but he can adapt himself in so many different ways. It's sort of like watching Johnny Depp without the hype, if that makes any sense at all. Adam, I like that you advertised my blog in your last video, but I haven't actually updated it in months. So when I watched your video on Monday, I had to go and do a blog post, but my blog has been severely neglected the last few months, and it sort of makes me look really bad, which sort of leads me to the topic this week. I do have a blog, and I pretty much stopped updating my blog after I started making YouTube videos, sort of because I didn't have the time or the motivation to keep both things updated at the same time, and they sort of both give me the release that I need anyway. I started writing blogs as sort of like a war with another friend, but I kept writing them because they helped me to express myself in ways that I wouldn't normally express face to face, and a lot of people really liked the style and the way that I wrote things, and they liked how blunt I can be. So I kept writing, but it's a really great stress relief because a lot of my blog writing I did while I was at work and then came home and published it for everyone to see. And I started just posting it as notes through on Facebook, and in the end I got on Blogger and got my own website and stuff, so I wasn't continually spamming people with Facebook notes. But it was really good just to have a customer walk into work who I instantly hated, and just to be able to write it all down after I was finished and get it out there at my angriest, which seems to be when I write the best. After I got into YouTube and stuff, I sort of intended on transferring everything from my blog into my vlog, but that never happened. Sort of the way I go about it's very different. YouTube can't be so very much diary based, and a lot of things that I'm comfortable saying and writing about other people I can't say in person, not because I wouldn't say it to their face, but because I'm much more easily identifiable when I'm sitting here talking to the camera. I can't deny that I said that so much when I'm standing here and I'm saying it to you, but if I type it, that could really be anyone. So that's really the only reason I'm not so brutally honest on my blogs, but I still sometimes am, just not all the time. I've read people's blogs, people that I don't even know, I just stumble across them. I'm the kind of person who gets really sidetracked when I'm looking up stuff, so I might be on Wikipedia looking something and it leads me to a link to another site, and then I end up clicking so many links, I end up on someone's blog, and I can be up until 1 in the morning reading the whole thing, and yes, maybe that's a bit creepy. Because it's so close to Christmas, I have been wrapping Christmas presents over the last, well, I wrapped a couple of presents, and then today I wrapped a couple more, and I had to re-wrap one because the wrapping was just falling apart. I am so sick of having to fold wrapping paper. It's disgusting. As soon as it wrinkles, all the colour comes off of it, this paper shit that I've got, and it's just friggin' frustrating. And sticky tape I can't use, and everything about it's disgusting, and it sucks because I really like having nicely wrapped, really neat looking, nicely presented presents, and I can't get the hang of it. and it's driving me insane. Foil wrapping paper is an entirely different story. Very easy to use, it doesn't tear, my cat doesn't rip it. You can fold it as many times as you like and it doesn't crease and look disgusting. But I've hardly got any foil wrapping paper left. So I'm now wondering if I should go out and buy a whole heap of foil wrapping paper and unwrap all of my presents and rewrap them again. But I think that might make me a little bit too pedantic. Okay, I will see you guys next week. I actually want to update my main channel for once. Maybe I'll do that over the weekend. Yeah, probably not.